I mean, I understand your points, but the interaction between the ship and the CV isn't fun for the surface ship player, which is where the hate comes from. I disagree with that. That's the thing. Do I have this match? I don't think I do. There was a match that I had, which there was an 07 player in, I think he was on our team. I could be wrong on that. Where? Let's see if I can. I'm trying to remember this. It was a ranked match. It was the ranked thing where you've got. It's like the Dorito Island or whatever. The cap here. It is that one, right? There's a cap here. I don't think there's other little islands. I think it's just like one big one. So maybe it's slightly modified. The island thing there. Something, whatever. Then there's this over on the other side. Right. And you've got the 3 caps, right? You got the cap up here. You got the cap here. Then you got the cap here. Then there's other island shit over here that nobody cares about. Because if you actually went all the way out there, you're probably just wasting your time. So, I was in the Immelmann, I think. So I'm in the Immelmann, which means I need long attack lines. Very important. There was a Moskva here and a Stalin here. So what is my attack line? In this case, there's other stuff there. What are my attack lines in on this strike? I can't attack here, there's an island in the way. Could attack here, there's a Moskva in the way. Can't strike here, even though this is poorly drawn. I don't have a way through the rocks. I might be able to attack in this direction, but I'm gonna have to deal with a Stalin. Plus, I have to fly all the fucking way over here to get that shot. If I was gonna do it. So realistically, is this a target that I can affect? The answer is no, not to a meaningful degree. The positioning that these guys have make it extremely hard for me to get an approach on them. Now, if I was in a different carrier, like a Midway, I might be able to perform a bombing run to be able to interact with these. I might be able to form a torp run, maybe. I might be able to come over the island or something. Might be able to swing out this way and find a line or something, assuming he doesn't just hug the wall. Some CVs are going to be able to make those shots, some aren't. This was not something that I could deal with. Then they had additional ships in the south. They had a Stalin with 2 cruisers. 2 cruisers played off of each other. The AA amount was significant, and knowing the least time approach vector, the Stalin was fairly open, but there was a battleship here as well. So once again, where are the lines in for the strike? Where do I come in at? Let me get rid of that. So here's a battleship, whatever. I can come over this way, in which case I fly over the Moskva to be able to get a strike into a battleship. Possible. Can't really strike the Stalin in this case because the battleship, the way that it's parked. Can I strike the cruisers? Not really from this angle because there's a Stalin, which means I can go all the way wide to strike into the cruisers from this angle. These cruisers also have the ability to manipulate their position, forward, backward, whatever, so that if I strike one, they can simply swap and rotate. So I don't really have a consistent way of constantly bashing into the same cruiser. Also, there's an enemy CV, which can drop fighters, wherever the hell it's going to do. So because of fighter threat, and because of lack of angles, this is also a problematic interaction. Now, in this specific case, there happened to be a DD over here, which realistically I could have gone after. But looking at how my team was positioned, I had a battleship that was here getting farmed. I had a cruiser over here that was scared to engage. This had to be dealt with, or else we lose the battleship and we lose the cruiser, and then we lose the match. These guys were firing in on the Stalingrad, which reversed and went dark. Okay, I could have lit him, in which case I'm not doing anything, and we did not have enough firepower to drop the Stalin, and I didn't have the additional way in. So what do? All of this stuff just comes down to, like, where are the enemy ships? What is the AA coverage? What are the coverage lines that these AA ships are providing? And then also, how much strength is it in the various sections that they have? But this is the AA line that ship had, or that enemy team had, that I have to breach in order to find an angle to strike a target. And to sit there and go like, well, it's just not interesting when CVs are in the game. I think this is interesting. I actually find this to be kind of fascinating in how you can plan out to find the angles and yet still have kind of like a front wall coverage. You have a detection surface wall. You've got that front line to watch torps and be able to spot things. And you can have an AA coverage line that has to be breached, as well as you have to find the angles to be able to make it happen. If you use some kind of a destroyer to move around and surprise motherfucker with AA, or to provide additional assistance, all the more. I mean, to say that it's uninteresting, I can't agree with that.